Now, boys and girls, this is story time. I want you to sit up and listen up carefully, because I have got sweets. Now, there's a whole certain match about the sweets, and we're not allowed to give out sweets unless they're healthy. Well, they are healthy. There's fruit pastels, and there's fruit randoms, and they're all fruit sweets. So what is the mummies and daddies really complaining about? Because they're all fruit. Fruit is good for you, no matter what way it comes. Whether it's in sweetie form, or real form, or not real form, or packaged, that's all good for you. So I'm going to be asking some questions and giving out some. Now, can anybody tell me where the Saviour was born? Yeah. In the stable. There you are. Here. Somebody give them out for me. Here's all right. I don't mind. Born in the stable. Can anybody tell me where the stable was? Well, no, it was this place here. Bethlehem. Didn't you answer the first question? Well, you're looking 2 packets, are you? Born in the stable in Bethlehem. Now, why was he born in the stable in Bethlehem? Anybody? Yeah? Yes? Because there was no room in the inn. No room in the inn. They went to the innkeeper and he says, I'm sorry, I'm full up. And he says, I really have no time because everybody's here and I'm very, very busy. And so the Saviour was born in the stable in Bethlehem. No fancy clothes. Does anybody know what sort of clothes that he wore? Megan? Swaddling clothes. The swaddling clothes were just like strips of cloth. No fancy clothes. Oh, the Lord, you have all got fancy clothes tonight, haven't you, Leah? You come here. You come and sit down. I'll be watching out for you to answer a question. No fancy clothes, just swaddling clothes, laid in a manger. Do you know that night the Saviour was born? Everybody in Bethlehem, the innkeeper had no time. Everybody in Bethlehem, they had no time for the Saviour. And you know, God took note of it. God took note of it. But God couldn't let an occasion like this go past without telling somebody. When my granddaughter was born, I couldn't let it go past without telling everybody. And so I messaged Hugo. But there was no Hugo in the Saviour's time. And God said, if the people in Bethlehem have no time for me, I'll not be telling them. And he didn't. And you know, boys and girls and moms and dads, the Bible says that if we deny Christ, he'll deny us. And that's the thing, if we deny the Lord Jesus Christ, and we have no time for him, and if we don't ask the Lord to save us, then whenever it comes to the judgment, when it comes to standing before him, he will have no time for us. We're not saved. We're not going to be with him in heaven. But anyway, boys and girls, that night that the Saviour was born, he was wrapped in swaddling clothes, laid in a manger in Bethlehem. But as I said, God wasn't going to let an occasion like this pass without telling somebody. Wasn't going to tell the people of Bethlehem. And so he says, I tell the shepherds. I tell the shepherds. And there the shepherds were. They were in the hills overlooking Bethlehem that night. There they were. They were very, very good shepherds. They were looking after their sheep that night. And the next thing they saw was the angel of the Lord. The Lord appeared unto them. And he said, Behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Saviour, which is Christ the Lord. And then there was a multitude of the heavenly hosts, and they filled the fields. Sometimes we see pictures of them way up into the sky. No, it wasn't like that at all. They filled the fields, they stood in ranks, and they sang, Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, goodwill towards men. And that night, boys and girls, the shepherds, they were the first. They were the first to hear about the birth of the Saviour. And that night, boys and girls, they left their sheep, and they went with haste. And they came down to the manger and they worshipped him. But you know, boys and girls, that wasn't the only ones who heard about the Saviour. Who else heard about the Saviour's birth that night? Does anybody know? The wise men. Can all of you say it? Who else heard about him? The wise men. Mia, can you tell me? The wise men. Can you tell me? The wise men. That's right. Give them all a packet of sweeties. They all got it right. The wise men, many, many miles away in the land of the east. Now, did you ever ask the question in an eastern country? Or did you ever ask yourself the question, or did you just say, well, it's somewhere in the east? Did you ask yourself the question, I wonder where the east was? What country was that? You know, I asked that question. I asked a whole lot of questions. I asked them to myself. And then I had to go and look for the answer. And sometimes I'm lying in bed at night and I have to get an answer before I can go to sleep. And way in the land of east, some people think it was Arabia. Some people think it was Persia. But it was way over to the east of Bethlehem. And there are these wise men. You notice that it wasn't Aughnacloy. No wise men in Aughnacloy. These wise men, they were watching the stars. The Bible calls them a big fancy name. It's not a big fancy name. It's a wee fancy name. Magi, wise men. There they were like astrologers. They were watching the sky by night. And you see, boys and girls, the Bible said that there would be a special star. There would be a special light. In Isaiah chapter 60 and the verse 3. And it says that the people would come to his brightness. The people would come to his brightness. And Isaiah had prophesied. Some of them read tonight about Isaiah's prophecy of Christ. But the Saviour had prophesied, or God had prophesied, that there would be this star. And these astrologers, they knew that this star would come. And so they were watching and watching. There was every night the star seemed to be the same. But the night that the Saviour was born, they seen this special star. This special star in the east. I'm not so sure it was just like the stars we see, but it was this special brightness. It was supernatural. And they said, oh look, there's the star. There's the star. The Saviour has been born. The Messiah, God's Son, has been born. The one that's been promised from the Garden of Eden. He's been born. That's the star that Isaiah told us. They were so excited. And then they watched the star. And the star started to do what? Shine. Yes, it was. Where's the sweeties? Come on now. The star was shining. But what else was the star doing? Moving. It was moving. And the wise men, they got all excited. And they said, the star's moving. Come on, let's follow the star. And that's what they did, boys and girls. Who thinks they jumped into a white van? You think they jumped into a white van, Wesley? Did they? No, they jumped onto their camels. Now, some people say that there was three. They think that there was three wise men. I don't know, maybe there was three. But I don't know. I have three wise men on three camels. I have them there. Can you see that, boys and girls? Three wise men, three camels. And there's some other, you see. They had a long journey to come. And they just couldn't pack a lunchbox and come. They had to bring an awful lot of things with them. Bring an awful lot of things with them. And so they had other camels as well as their own. And you know, they brought three gifts. Can anybody tell me what one gift was? Charlie? Frankincense, that's right, give Charlie a sweetie. Can anybody tell me what another gift was? Yes, sir. Gold, that is right. And can anybody tell me what another gift was? Can we go there to tell me? Myrrh. That's it, myrrh. There was gold and frankincense and myrrh. And the gold would tell us that he was going to be the king. And the frankincense would tell us that he was going to be have a priestly office. He still has. He's praying for us. And the myrrh would remind us of his death, that one day he would die for us. And boys and girls, that's why he came. That's why he was born in the manger. He was born in the manger that he could die for us upon the cross. He came into the world not to condemn us, but he came into the world to save us. To save us from our sins. And anyway, they got their camels all loaded up. They got ready to make the journey. They had everything ready. They started to make their journey. Oh boys, it was long. It was a long journey. They didn't do it in a day. They didn't do it in 2 days. You know, some people they have Christmas cards and they have the wise men coming into the stable. They didn't come to the stable. They didn't come to the stable at all. Because it took so long to get there. It took so long to get there. But eventually they came to Jerusalem. These wise men would have thought, you know, he's the king. Where are kings usually born? Can anybody tell me where a king would be born? Yes, brother. In a palace. They came to the palace in Jerusalem. Came to the palace in Jerusalem. They said, if he's a king, let's go to the palace. And so there they were. They went into Jerusalem. And they started to ask about the people. Here they are again. And not the people, maybe outside of Jerusalem. And they'd have been saying to the people, listen, we have come from afar. We have come from the land of the east. And we have come. They're going around the people asking them and saying, we have come to visit the newborn king. The people there said, what? Newborn king? They did not take Herod. They did not take King Herod to find out about this. King Herod, I'll tell you this, boys and girls, mums and dads. King Herod, he was so wicked. He was so wicked. But do you know how many wives King Herod had? Charlotte. He had 6. He had more. Anybody know how many? He had 8, but he had more. 66. That would have killed him. 10. He had. Give me them sweeties. I throw the sweeties out. He had 10. He had 10 wives. But let me tell you something more about him. He was that wicked. He was afraid of anybody taking the throne off him. And he thought that one of his wives was planning to take the throne off him. So you know what he did? He killed her. And 3 of his sons, he thought these boys are going to grow up and they're going to take the throne off me. So you know what he done with 3 of his sons? He killed them as well. He was wicked. And here was these wise men, and they were asking the people, where is he that is born king of the Jews? And the people must have thought, if Herod finds out, Herod will go mad. Does your mom and daddy go mad? You don't answer that. You get me in trouble, you get yourself in trouble. It says, but anyway, somebody, they heard what the wise men were asking. And they said, you know, the better tell Herod. The better tell Herod. And so, boys and girls, they ran from the city and they went up to the palace. Hold on to get the palace up here. I'm sure Herod can see these people coming. And he says, I wonder what this is all about. I wonder what they're coming for. I wonder what news they have to tell me. It better be good news. And so there they were. They came to the palace. You'll see now. We need more than a palace than that. This is a wee bit of home decoration. Use white scotch just to see how quickly and easy it's done. Look like this. Here's the palace. This is the king's palace. This is where Herod would have lived. There we get a wee bit of carpet and done. There we go. You can see this now. There you are. Room decorated. in what? 30 seconds. But actually, there it was. There was King Herod. He was sitting on his throne. And he seen somebody coming up. He says, he better have good news for me. There he was, the soldiers guarding him, watching over Herod. Herod would have said, what is it you've got to tell me? Is it good news? The man would have been standing. He said, no, king. I thought you should know. But there's wise men have come from the east. And they're looking to know where the new king is born. What? A new king? Yeah. They said a new king was born. What makes them think that? They said they followed the star from the east. And he was coming to Jerusalem. Herod says, no new king. He says, gotta find out where he is. So he says, bring the wise men. Oh, Herod, he was thinking. So they brought the wise men in. And he says to Herod says to them, he says, I believe you gentlemen have seen a star in the east, and you believe that a new king is born. He says, yes, sir. We believe a new king is born. He says, where is he born at? He says, we don't know. That's why we're asking. So he says, right. He says, get the wise man in. And so, he got the wise men from the east, they went out. And Herod, he got his own wise men in. You know, men that advised him. And he says to them, these wise men have come from the east, and they tell me that a new king is born. He says, you men go and find out where he's going to be born at. And they said, King Herod is going to be born in Bethlehem of Judea. The Bible says so. He's going to be born in Bethlehem. So he says, right. He says, get the wise men back in again. So they went and they got the wise men back in again. And he says to them, gentlemen, my men have read the Bible. And it says that he's got to be born in Bethlehem. He's going to be born in Bethlehem of Judea. Now he says, this is wonderful news. He says, go you and search diligently for the young child. And he says, whenever you find him, you come back and bring me word. He says, I would love to go and worship him also. Oh, he was an old deceiver. He wanted to kill him. He wanted to kill the Lord Jesus. And so the wise men, they left the palace. They left the palace that day, and they started their journey to Bethlehem. And you know the wonderful thing is that the light, the star that they had seen in the east, the star appeared onto them again. You see, boys and girls, I have my wee suspicions that whenever they went to the palace, they were going out of the will of God. And that's why the star disappeared. But anyway, they got out of the palace. And they came to the gate. The star appeared onto them. And they followed the star again. It's about 7 miles. About 7 miles to Bethlehem. Now can you imagine Bethlehem? There were a number of houses in it. How were they going to know which house that the Saviour was in? But you know, boys and girls, the amazing thing was that the star led the wise men right over to the house, not the stable, brought them to the house where the Saviour was. You know, boys and girls, whenever we follow the Lord, and whenever we obey Him, He'll never lead us wrong. He'll never lead us wrong. But anyway, the wise men, they came to the house where the Saviour was. Oh, Lord, got to get rid of that again. came to the house where the Saviour was. Here was the house. Mary and Joseph, they weren't in the manger anymore. They were in the house in Bethlehem. There they were staying for a wee while. There it was. There's the house. There was Mary and Joseph and the young child. He wasn't a baby anymore, boys and girls. He was a young child. And there was Joseph. And when the wise men came in, it says that they opened up their treasures and they worshipped him. And they presented unto him gold and frankincense and myrrh. Gold and frankincense and myrrh. But you know, boys and girls, the shepherds gave more than that to the Lord Jesus. And the wise men give something more important than that. Something more important than gold. And something more important than frankincense. And something more important than myrrh. You know what they gave the Lord Jesus Christ? Does anybody know what they gave him? They gave him their hearts. Give him their hearts. And that night, boys and girls, the wise men were saved like the shepherds. You know, boys and girls, Herod had told them, whenever you find him, bring me word that I may worship him also. But you know, boys and girls, and I'll put the pictures up and not take any more pictures. The angel appeared unto the wise men. There was the wise men, and the angel appeared unto them. And he said, listen. He said, don't you go back near Herod, for he seeks the young child to destroy. He says, go back home another way. Don't go to Herod. And then the angel, he appeared unto Joseph one night. And he said to Joseph, he says, Joseph, you have got to get away out of here. For Herod is going to try and kill the Lord Jesus. So Mary and Joseph, they had to pack their bags again. And they went from Bethlehem down to Egypt. You think of that, boys and girls, mums and dads. Mary and Joseph had to leave Nazareth to go to Bethlehem, because that's where the Saviour was going to be born. The Bible said so. And God's word is always true. And so God moved them from Nazareth to Bethlehem, that his word might be fulfilled. And the Saviour was born in Bethlehem. But the Bible also said, out of Egypt have I called my child. And that's why Mary and Joseph had to go down to Egypt and hide until Herod's fury was assuaged. The Bible is always true. You know, the Bible said that there'd be weeping. And when Herod realized that the wise men weren't going to come back, he says, when did those wise men say they saw the star? Yes. He says the Saviour must be at the most 2 years of age. And so Herod called all the soldiers in. Yes, he was really wicked. And he told the soldiers, he says, you kill every child, every boy child under 2 years of age. And that's what he did. He killed all the boys and all the boys that were under 2 years of age. You know, the Bible said it would happen. And it did. I'm going to finish with this. Boys and girls, mums and dads, the Bible said that the Saviour would be born, and he was. The Bible said that he would go to the cross and that he would die. And he did. The Bible also says that the Saviour is coming again. And as sure as he came and was born in Bethlehem, he will come again. And he'll stand on the Mount of Olives. You know what the thing is? If you're not saved on that day, you'll be the one to die. You'll be the one to die. Not the boys and girls that are 2 years of age and younger. But if you're not saved when the Lord comes again, you'll be the one to die. Not just die like we know, but die for all eternity. In that awful place called hell. He came once to be our Saviour. And He can be your Saviour tonight. You can be made ready for heaven. If you'll only turn away from your sin and ask God to forgive you. Ask the Lord to save you. You can be made ready for heaven. But if you're not saved when the Lord comes again, then you'll be lost in that awful place called hell. Oh, it's so important to be saved. So important to be saved when you're young. I got a really sad message yesterday. A wee boy, he's only 8 years of age. And he's really, really, really sick in Belfast Hospital. You know, boys and girls, they're just trying to get him home because that wee boy, he might not live. He might not live. They don't expect him to. It's important that we're saved when we're young. More important that you get right with God when you're older. The old must die. Unfortunately, the young do die. And we said, from the youngest at the front to the oldest in the congregation, make sure that you're saved and that you're right with God. Let's try to gather and we will pray.